I've been rewatching Grey's Anatomy as I do things, and I wanted to talk about the first season when George expresses his relationship with Meredith and how he sees Meredith.
Not the only one. To put things off, I mean, I never do anything till the last possible minute.
Like what?
Well, I've had this thing for my roommate since, like, day one, and I can't tell her. You know, she probably wouldn't go out with me anyway, but how do I know that for sure if I don't ever ask?
Seriously? You're equating your pathetic love life with my record-breaking tumor. Seriously.
One of the things we talk about all of the time is about pick-me women and their desire to be picked and chosen, and how, for men, it is the complete opposite, right? Because George is in love with a woman who has not picked or chosen him, who does not have any interest in him whatsoever. But that doesn't stop him from feeling, one, entitled, but two, like he has love for this person. And I think it shouldn't be lost on us that when we watch media, when we consume shows, it's always the men who have this unrequiting, deep love for women based on nothing. Based on, like, even if you think about 500 Days of Summer, these men are viewed as men who just want women because that's who they want. There's no reciprocal feelings, there's no form or no basis of that romantic interest based in anything that's truly happened between the two people. They haven't kissed, they haven't had intimacy, they haven't had any romantic interaction whatsoever outside of friendship. But men feel entitled. This eventually leads to when they do have intimacy, because Meredith is upset over Derek, and George gets unbelievably upset with her for getting upset about Derek while they're having intimacy. And he doesn't know what it's about, but he makes a big deal. He gets all of his coworkers up in arms against her because how dare she have had intimacy with him when she knows how he's felt this whole time. She has to make space for his feelings and his emotions and do this emotional labor for him when they're not even in a romantic relationship. And he's seen as this love-struck puppy dog. Now with women, we've been framed as people who have to beg to be picked, right? Her big speech is pick me, choose me, love me to Derek. And that's how love is kind of framed. Women are supposed to wait to get picked, and men are supposed to do the picking. And you're supposed to do the emotional labor for men even when you're not in a romantic relationship with them. And they get to build this entire idea of a romantic relationship around nothing more than a platonic friendship, because they are taught that they're allowed to feel this way, that they're entitled, that they're allowed to be entitled, that they are owed something. And you see, when it doesn't work out and he gets upset, that's very much reinforced by everyone around them. He is a big puppy dog. He had no idea what he was doing, even though he's a grown man who decided to have intimacy with a woman when she was not in a good place. He never really approached her with honesty, with vulnerability. He always hid in the shadows, and this is the caricature that men create when it comes to your guy best friend waiting in the shadows. Because once a man picks you, you're supposed to just be happy with it. You're supposed to be okay with it. You're supposed to do the emotional labor. And if you reject him, you have to do that sensitively. If you don't give him a good enough reason, people will be upset with you. He will feel entitled. He will feel upset with you. There are literal men who have gotten so emotional over this that they have brought in pew-pews to work. They have attacked coworkers for making up this romantic relationship in their head that they don't have. And this is how it's baked into TV. And also, when it comes to the woman who's sitting there, with this huge record-breaking tumor, he's sitting there comparing the two. I have this crush on a girl I work with, and she's comparing that to the fact that she might die, that she could be unalived by this tumor. And he is sitting there comparing not being able to express his emotions to his friend as comparable. In his mind, those are comparable. And to a lot of men, they are comparable. A lot of men, when they get emotions, when they get worked up, when they get anxious, especially around entitlement, especially around that entitlement piece, that is when they get very volatile. And to them, that emotion feels so big, that entitlement is so big, that they will do something like compare it to a tumor. They will do something like bring a pew-pew into their workplace